Nestled in the heart of Brittany's Morbihan department, Rochefort-en-Terre is a picture-perfect village that looks like something straight out of a storybook. Recognized as one of the prettiest villages in France, it charms visitors with its beautifully preserved medieval and Renaissance architecture, cobbled streets, and vibrant floral displays. The Château de Rochefort-en-Terre stands proudly at the top of the village, offering a glimpse into the town's noble past. The medieval stronghold was largely destroyed during the Wars of Religion in the late 16th century. However, parts of the original defensive walls that once surrounded the stronghold remain. These ancient stone walls offer a glimpse into Rochefort-en-Terre's strategic importance in the past. Originally a medieval fortress, it was rebuilt in the 17th century and later restored in the early 20th century by American painter Alfred Klotz. Today, it serves as a cultural hub, often hosting art exhibitions and seasonal events. The chateau's gardens provide breathtaking views over the surrounding landscape, making it a great spot for panoramic shots. As we approach Rochefort-en-Terre from the west, we're greeted by a stunning first impression of the village nestled among rolling green hills and lush Breton countryside. The winding road leading into town gives you glimpses of the medieval stone houses and turrets peeking through the trees, creating a sense of anticipation. The stone and half-timbered houses, adorned with cascading flowers, especially the famous geraniums, create a warm and welcoming atmosphere. The entrance into the town sets the tone for what's to come, a place that feels frozen in time yet full of life. Once inside, the narrow, winding streets lead you deeper into the heart of Rochefort-en-Terre. The village square and main street are the beating heart of the town, where history and charm blend seamlessly with a vibrant cultural scene. Quirky, colourful shops such as Le Tatin, the handmade sandal shop, line the streets. The shop is a treasure trove, filled with handcrafted items. Queen Armand is a must-try sweet Breton cake. The smell alone will lead you in. Tucked away just off one of the charming side streets in Rochefort-en-Terre, we find Maison Cachée, which literally means hidden house. True to its name, it's easy to miss if you're not looking for it. Whether you're popping in for morning espresso or lingering over a glass of Breton cider in the afternoon sun, Café Breton is the perfect spot to take in the atmosphere of the village. Just when you think Café Breton couldn't get more charming, step through to the hidden garden at the back, and you'll find yourself in one of the most peaceful spots in Rochefort-en-Terre. Stepping back into the village, we continue our walk through the cobbled streets, ending up at Restaurant Les Ardoisiers. It's the perfect place to end the day. Known for its refined regional cuisine, Les Ardoisiers serves up beautifully presented dishes using local ingredients. Only 35 minutes from Rochefort-en-Terre by car lies Ploermel and Lakeside. Surrounded by greenery and dotted with little beaches and picnic spots, it's a peaceful retreat that invites you to slow down and soak up the landscape. There's also a beautiful hydrangea walk, one of the longest in Europe, with over 5,000 bushes lining the path around the lake, bursting with colour in the warmer months. Lakeside offers a completely different kind of beauty. This large freshwater lake is one of Brittany's hidden gems, perfect for walking, cycling, swimming, or just sitting quietly by the shore. Lessons for all the activities can be booked through the on-site sailing club. Whether you're after a gentle stroll, a bit of kayaking, or a serene place to watch the sunset, the lake at Ploermel delivers. When the heat gets too much or you feel like it's time for a break, Domaine du Lac is a laid-back spot ideal for a drink, snack, or casual lunch. It's family and dog-friendly, and open seasonally, usually from spring through early autumn. With a large terrace overlooking the lake, it's perfect for enjoying a coffee or a cold drink while watching paddleboarders or kayakers glide across the water. Next, we journey to Malansac and start at the village's modest little train station. a peaceful, unassuming stop on the line that quietly connects this rural part of Brittany with the rest of the region. There's no rush of crowds or flashing signs here, just a small platform, a simple shelter, and the sound of birds in the nearby trees. The station may be quiet, but it represents the village's link to the wider world, and it's a reminder that even the sleepiest places are still well connected. Just across the road from the train station, we find Le Yev Head Mat, a friendly little bar and restaurant that's very much at the heart of local life in Malansac. The name Yev Head Mat is Breton for cheers or good health, and the atmosphere inside lives up to the name. An ideal place to stop before or after your train journey. From above, Malansac reveals its layout. Quiet lanes winding between traditional stone houses, more modern houses, clusters of trees, and gardens that spill over old stone walls. The rooftops are patchwork of slate and tile, and the surrounding countryside frames the village in green. As we glide along Rue du Fos Blanc, we pass a mix of well-tended fields, tidy gardens, and the occasional glimpse of daily life of some of 2,300 inhabitants, someone walking a dog, a cyclist making their way through the village, or a resident tending to flowers. We've now reached the centre of Malansac, and right outside the town hall we find one of the best ways to experience life in a small Breton village, the local market. It's a modest affair, just a few stalls today, but it's full of character. There's a buzz of friendly conversation as locals stop to chat with the vendors and with each other. You'll find baskets of fresh vegetables, local cheese, homemade jams, honey, and sometimes even oysters or freshly baked bread which you can sit and enjoy outside the town hall, accompanied by the rhythmic sound of the fountain. In front of us sits the village church, Église Notre Dame, built in a classic Breton style. It may not be large or elaborate, but it carries centuries of quiet history within its stone walls. Its bell tower rises modestly above the rooftops, a familiar sight to locals and a comforting landmark in this peaceful community. Typically, a boulangerie and boucherie sit opposite, a baker's and butcher's in English. From the village to the coast, Pen Lan sits just outside the town of Billière, and it feels like a world apart. The landscape opens up into sweeping views of the Atlantic, with rocky headlands, windswept grass, and the ever-changing sea stretching out to the horizon. It's wild, peaceful, and beautifully untamed. One of the highlights here is the Pont de Pen Lan, a rugged outcrop that juts into the sea with panoramic views across the Morbihan coast. Here, we take a sweeping view over Port de Pen Lan along Rue du Port. Before beginning a trek along the coast, it's worth stopping for refreshments. Nestled right on the port at Pen Lan, La Petite Cannelle is a seasonal, lively, open-air cafe bar offering relaxed, oceanfront ambience. At low tide, the oyster beds stretch out along the shore, neat rows of metal racks exposed on the sand. These are part of a long-standing tradition in this part of southern Brittany, where the combination of clean waters, strong tides, and nutrient-rich currents makes it ideal for cultivating some of the finest oysters in France. It's hard work, but the result is a product that's deeply connected to the place, salty, fresh, and full of character. As you walk along the coastal path, the scenery unfolds with every step. You'll pass small coves, old stone walls, and rugged landscapes. Here, we see Plage des Amoureux, Lovers' Cove. It's a perfect place to pause, breathe in the sea air, and feel completely immersed in the natural beauty of southern Brittany. Site de Moulin Neuf is a peaceful and picturesque location just 15 minutes walk from the village of Rochefort-en-Terre. At the heart of this site is the beautiful Étang du Moulin Neuf, a man-made pond, or small lake, that serves as both a scenic natural feature and a recreational hub. The pond was originally created to serve a mill, moulin, as the name suggests. Like many rural bodies of water in Brittany, it likely began as a medieval mill pond, used to control water flow and power milling operations. Over time, it evolved into a local landmark, with increasing emphasis on leisure and ecology. The pond covers approximately 15 hectares, around 37 acres, surrounded by gentle slopes, woodlands, and meadows. It's large enough to feel like a tranquil lake, but still intimate and accessible on foot or by bike. A 4.5-kilometer trail encircles the water, making it ideal for walkers, joggers, and families. You can even hire a pedal boat to take on the pond. Auberge du Moulin Neuf is a charming country inn and restaurant located next to the Étang du Moulin Neuf. Nestled in a peaceful green setting, the Auberge du Moulin Neuf is best known for its authentic French cuisine, served in a cozy, timber-beamed dining room or on a shaded outdoor terrace overlooking the peaceful countryside and pond. The atmosphere is always laid back, friendly, and unpretentious. The staff strike the perfect balance between attentiveness and giving you space, allowing conversations to flow and meals to stretch out naturally. Whether you're with friends, family, or just enjoying your own quiet moment, dining at the Auberge du Moulin Neuf feels less like a restaurant visit and more like a peaceful pause in a beautiful corner of Brittany. As we fly over the peaceful waters of the pond, the Domaine du Moulin Neuf comes into view, nestled in the heart of nature, just outside Rochefort-en-Terre. This tranquil holiday site was created in the early 2000s, offering an escape where comfort meets the great outdoors. With over 50 modern chalets spread across the site, each one is designed to blend in with the surrounding woodland and rolling green. Here, nature isn't just the backdrop, it's part of every activity. You can try your hand at paddleboarding across the calm waters of the pond, or feel the thrill of the zip wire, soaring through the trees with the water beneath you. Alternatively, enjoy a friendly game on the tennis court, a refreshing swim in the outdoor pool, or a relaxed evening by one of the barbecue areas, all whilst surrounded by birdsong and greenery. The private car park makes arrival easy, and the chalets themselves offer a warm welcome. Each one is bright, modern, and opens out onto a decked terrace, perfect for soaking in the sights and sounds of the countryside. The domain also caters for all needs, with accessible chalets for guests with reduced mobility, located close to designated parking spaces for convenience and comfort. From above, the layout of Domaine du Moulin Neuf reveals itself, a perfect balance of space, privacy, and connection with the land. This is all about slowing down and tuning into the rhythm of nature. Whether you're here for adventure or tranquility, this aerial view shows the best of both, structure within serenity. Some chalets even offer views over the pond, letting you wake up to the sight of mist rising from the water, or unwind in the evening as the sun sets across the lake. The view is simple but stunning: trees, water, and peace. Don't be surprised to get an occasional visit from local wildlife, a tiny reminder that you're never far from nature's company. This is the kind of place where time seems to pause, just for a moment. Sit back, relax. Today we are visiting Saint-Malo Old Town. As we approach, the panorama opens up, revealing the Château de Saint-Malo standing tall in the distance, a timeless guardian of the sea. These impressive ramparts date back to the 12th century, though much of what we see today was reinforced in the 17th and 18th centuries. Built to defend the town from pirates and invading fleets, the walls stretch for nearly 2 kilometers. At the base of the ramparts, the whimsical carousel Malois spins with a charm that feels straight out of a storybook, a nostalgic touch amidst centuries of history. Inside the walls, Saint-Malo is alive with atmosphere. Restaurants like Café l'Ouest serve up delicious Breton delights. We circle back to the entrance of the Château de Saint-Malo, where on June 19, 1993, the rock band In Excess performed live, a surprising moment of rock history nestled in a medieval setting. Just nearby, local artists display their work, from watercolor scenes of Saint-Malo to playful caricatures of passers-by. It's a reminder that this city is not just a museum, but a living, breathing place full of creativity. We pass by Hotel Chateaubriand, named after the famous romantic writer born right here in Saint-Malo. Just to its left is Hotel de l'Univers, once a favorite of sailors, writers, and adventurers. Outside the ramparts, the golden sands stretch out to Fort National. Built in 1689 by famed military engineer Vauban, it protected the city from seaborne attack. At low tide, you can walk right up to it. We look back over the bay and up to the walls, which show just how formidable this city once was, and still is. Back in the old town, St. Patrick's Irish Pub is a favourite for locals and tourists alike. A great place to catch live sports or enjoy a cold beer after a long day exploring. Saint-Malo streets are packed with boutiques, gift shops, and foodie delights. Be sure to try the fresh donuts at Maison Hector. Hot, sweet, and absolutely irresistible. We stroll through Place du Pilori, a charming little square, then on to Place de la Poissonnerie, historically the heart of the town's fish trade. From the ramparts, we look down at the Vodnik Bateau Bar, a quirky little boat-turned bar, in its permanent mooring. Back on the ramparts, you can see the impressive buildings of the town. During World War II, Saint-Malo was bombed heavily by Allied forces, believing the town to be a Nazi stronghold. The damage was extensive. Restoration began in 1948, and what you see today is a remarkable reconstruction, brought back to life through decades of careful work. In 2023, Saint-Malo served as a filming location for the Netflix miniseries All the Light We Cannot See, based on the Pulitzer Prize-winning novel by Anthony Doerr. The story follows a blind French girl and a German soldier whose paths cross in occupied Saint-Malo during the war, a powerful tale of connection, resilience, and hope. We hope you enjoyed your delve into some of Brittany. Thanks for joining us on this journey. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more travel, history, and culture.